Okay, good morning from Red Pine Ranch. We're gonna make some sourdough pancakes this morning, and I'm gonna show you my process. First of all, we're going to turn this griddle on and get it warmed up. It's gonna be about 325 on my flat iron electric griddle. And to make a full batch of pancakes, for a family of 4, I would start with 2 cups of sourdough that I started overnight. I just fed it and gave it some water and stirred it up, put a cover on it, kept it overnight to have a discard ready. We're gonna do 4 tablespoons of oil, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 eggs, and at the very end, you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now, I'm gonna just do this for my husband and I, so I'm gonna start with just 1 cup. I'm gonna do half of the recipe. So I'm gonna do 1 cup sourdough. That's about that. 1 cup. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of the oil. Roughly that. And then I'm gonna do 1 tablespoon of the sugar. And I'm gonna do a half a teaspoon of salt. Like about that. I'm gonna do 1 egg, and because my eggs are farm fresh, I'm gonna break it into a container first to make sure there is no ickiness in there from my hands. And that's that. And then I'm gonna mix this up before I do the baking soda. The baking soda is absolutely last. And you'll see it's fairly thick batter. There's no flour in this because it's all in the starter. It's all the discarded starter that you're using for the batter. And I'll tell you people, this makes the absolute best pancakes ever. Now, I want to make sure my griddle's ready before doing this last step, because the reaction of the baking soda into the sourdough makes it fluff up, and you want to try to get your batter on immediately to use, get that reaction of it being raised up and not having flat pancakes. I'm also going to do some blueberries because I like that. So go back over here. I'm going to zoom in on my batter and show you how this is going to look. So I'm going to do a half a teaspoon of baking soda. So about that much. Put it in my batter. And you'll notice when I start mixing, the sound is going to change. See how that sound changed? Because it's getting more air bubbles. The reaction of the baking soda to the sourdough is really fluffing this stuff up. So it's now gone from a 1 cup batter to 2 cups. It's really doubled in size. So when you're making this for your family or you're doing 2 cups, you want to definitely make sure you have a big enough vessel to hold 4 cups, because that's what's going to fluff up to. Now I'm going to quickly go over here. I'm going to see if I can get this shot in here ready. Come back out a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and pour my pancakes out. So right now I've got 6 pancakes on with that amount of batter. This is probably gonna make about 8 pancakes for the 1 cup of, this looks like a snowman. It kind of got it a little goofy. Okay, I'm gonna let that cook just for a few minutes. So you'll notice that it's gonna start bubbling. Just gonna let that cook. And when you're doing the sourdough recipe, if you're having a crowd of people, don't make it all at once. Like, don't double the recipe ever, because the baking soda will react and puff up, but it only gives you a window of a few minutes to cook. And then it starts going flat pretty quick. So you're gonna wanna cook your, cook in small batches. And that would be the best way to have the fluffy pancakes. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these over. These are looking pretty darn good. And you don't need to cook it very much on the second side. Maybe like, I don't know, half a minute. I just like it to be enough where it's, oh, maybe it's more like a minute. See how that looks. It's looking pretty good. It's almost ready. That one's pretty much done. A little bit more butter, and then I'm going to cook the rest of my pancakes. You can see it's not as fluffy as the first batch. It still has a lot of bubbles in it. While that's cooking, I'll show you, like, this pancake. You rip that open, it's just beautiful. It's got a nice, lot of bubbles to that, a lot of air bubbles. It's very light and fluffy. It's very yummy. There's nothing like the taste of sourdough pancakes. You can't get that in a mix. I'm sure maybe they have some sourdough pancake mixes. I haven't tried, but this is just a superior pancake. It's so good. Okay, let that cook. While that's doing that, this is how the pancakes look. So essentially, folks, that's how you make your blueberry pancakes, and I hope you try this because this is probably one of my favorite things to cook.